welcome to another episode of the B-Roll Podcast. I'm Tommy Stanton, co-founder of WABC Studios.
And I'm Dutch Cat with DK Films.
And I'm Blake Morgan, also with WABC Studios.
Episode 12. I think. Yeah, 12. 12. I'm losing track. That's a good thing. All right, how we doing this week, fellas?
My week was pretty hard, but I'm glad it's a Friday night. I'm full of caffeine, and I'm going to be talking about a good-ass movie with my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yours?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I got a job, a big boy job with big pantyhose and shit, you know?
Hey.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I work for the
Remind
Skibbity
me to-
Toilet Industries
Oh, my God.
as the 6'7" manager.
Dude, if I said that exact same joke, you'd be like, grown-ass adult, by the way. Like 100%.
No, I wouldn't. I would laugh and say you're funny.
I would
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, maybe you guys are right. Maybe.
Yes. Whew. Well, we have a doozy for you. Straight up doozy. It's going to be an experience unlike any other. So if you've been watching along the movies with us, first off, let that be known. I need help. No, but if you've been watching along, this one should definitely have stuck out to you like a sore thumb. I'd say. All right, but we're obviously talking about Yorgos. Oh no, I can't do the name. Yorgos Lanthimos.
Perfect.
I'm him, and it's his 2009 film Dogtooth. So we're gonna since this is Dutch recommendation, we're gonna let him take it away.
Yeah, so I've been looking forward to recommending this one for a while. Like I said before, it's a film for one of my favorite directors. It's definitely a love it or you hate it type situation, and this film. I said in the very first episode, I wanted to recommend shit that was great, but also shit that made you uncomfortable. And I hadn't felt like I had approached uncomfortable yet. Blue Velvet, maybe, but I really wanted to like loop back around to uncomfortable. So first, I will say, spoiler warning for Dogtooth, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, and I'll give the audience a brief plot summary real quick. So the letterbox plot summary is 3 teenagers are confined to an isolated country estate that could very well be on another planet. The trio spends their days listening to endless homemade tapes that teach them a whole new vocabulary. Any word that comes from beyond their family abode is instantly assigned a new meaning. Hence, the sea refers to a large armchair and zombies are little yellow flowers. Having invented a brother they claim to have ostracized for his disobedience, the uber-controlling parents terrorize their offspring into submission. So this film is interesting because it depends on how you define the term, but this is like perhaps the closest film we've had to like a true art film. I really enjoy films in this vein that are very interpretable and very layered and also very extreme. So I want to say, I'm going to approach this a little differently. I'm going to bring up one fact first. One thing that makes this film so interesting to me, and I don't know if you guys noticed this watching it, is that this film is one of the few films that features real unsimulated sex. Pretty much all of the sex in this film is real, which is something that sets it apart from like even Poor Things. And I really love that. I really love how this film tries to step over the line of discomfort in the world of sexuality. Usually films try to make you disturbed by violence, gore, whatever. This does it with sex, and I love that. And I love how this film does not shy away from its nudity or sex. There's like, a cock in the first 3 minutes? Just like straight up a cock. There's a full shot, like full screen shot of a vagina. Just full entire screen. And I really love it. I love how this film is not afraid to show real sex on screen, to have a bunch of nudity. I love that. With that in mind, this film is so layered and so deep that before I offer you guys what I think is a great interpretation of this film, and is what is my personal interpretation of this film, I actually want to hand it back to you guys because, I don't know, I want to see you guys struggle, honestly. So I want to see what you guys walked out of this film with. Yorgos Lanthimos in this film is a love it or hate it type thing. So tell me, did you guys love or hate Dogtooth?
Ooh, we're defying the odds here. This is
Yeah, we're going
we're
straight
breaking.
into
Yeah,
it.
we're breaking the walls. Blake, would you like to go first, or?
All right, let's go. Fucking no lube, motherfuckers. Let's go. Going in raw. So I ignored Dutch when he said, "Don't watch this at work." I would 100% watch this.
What
at
the
work.
fuck?
I warned you, bro. I
Oh
warned
my god!
Listen, I work at a college and everybody graduated, so I'm just in the building by myself. It was just me and my weird incest porn that Dutch called that movie. And this film does its job, all right. My thought is that the job was to make me uncomfortable. It absolutely succeeded at that, so I fucking applaud you. You can't hear it because my mic is shit, but I was clapping.
I guess I'll do it. I hope that worked.
Thank you. The concept about what this film is about is really, really neat. I couldn't tell this was a film from. I thought it was like one of those psychedelic films from the 70s for a second, but then I saw like the year it came out. I was kind of surprised. The cinematography just kind of felt really like empty and lonely and just depressing, which I guess is the theme of it. So it's one of those movies that doesn't care how you feel, and they kind of just go what they go, and I respect that a lot. The the nudity, it didn't catch me off guard because I already heard about this movie's reputation. But the live sex was just like, oh shit, they're really fucking going in for it, and especially the random acts of violence just fucking shocked the shit out of me. And the way they do it too, like you don't expect like if a fat guy came up to you and like roundhouse kicked you, like you would not expect that, right? That's kind of like what I was thinking while I was watching this movie. Like for instance, the scene where the dad has a videotape in his hand and he's wrapping like tape around his hand with the videotape in his hand. I was like, maybe he's gonna do some more like weird metaphor and try to like fuck with this girl's mind, and then he just starts beating the shit out of her, and I was like, whoa, hey, whoa, holy shit. Fuck, dude, this movie was it shocked me, it was disturbing. I respect a lot of it. Yeah, it's very much not the kind of stuff I'm into, but that doesn't mean I did not like it. So I'll give you that.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out now, and it's all you.
All right. I'm gonna start off with my.
Hi.
I just. Oh no, he didn't hear anything Blake said.
I
Time
bet
to
Dutch
redo.
heard none of my review.
No, I heard all of it. I was trying to comment on it, and Tommy started talking over me. And I was like, "What the fuck,
dude? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, dude? Why you interrupting my ass, bro?
I was like, oh, Discord hates me. Yeah, I just wanted to say, I so agree. I think the violence for some reason in this film was like so effective. I think there's a lot of reasons. But I think it's because it's like so infrequently used and so unexpected. And also just like the way it's shot. And I think the sound design, like the sound that you hear especially when he hits that lady when he hits, what's her name? Christina with the VCR or VHS player. And you just hear like that loud, like plastic thud.
Yeah.
It's like you like kind of like shiver. It's like, ooh, like what the fuck? Like that was not pleasant.
What's
or like
her body language? Like it was like really well orchestrated. Like you could convince me that guy literally full force went ham and just
for sure.
It was.
And he like hits her in the head too, and like she like crumbles, like her body just goes like folds into the ground.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
even limp, but just like, oh god, it was very natural. Her body
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, and the one that always gets me the most is the dumbbell
Oh
scene
yeah,
where she hits
no,
herself in the
oh
teeth. I don't know if it's just me, but like that scene,
no,
something to do with the teeth and like the fact that she goes for it twice too.
mhm.
It's like, and
Yeah.
the effects, and it's like it literally like I could feel it in my mouth,
Mhm.
especially the first time I watched this. Like it just made me like it made me hurt physically. Like I crowned this film one of the few films to make me feel physical pain when I first
Yeah.
watched it. It's just like, oh. So yeah, I totally agree with Blake about the violence.
All right, well, I'm going to start my review by saying the first line of my written review here. This film has mastered the art of the dark little stone that's hiding in your stomach. I've never watched a film that just made me downright absolutely uncomfortable, quivering, cringing, like almost like crossing my leg, covering my mouth, like just so like I'll start with the random violence. The dumbbell teeth scene, like I have a horrible fear of like my teeth getting like hurt because my dad lost all his teeth from not taking care of him. So like I have like just an immense fear with like my teeth and stuff. Like my teeth look doo doo garbage because I can't get braces, but like I want to like fix it, but like I just anyway, I'm just like the teeth thing, like it downright like just had me shaken up to the point where I looked away from the screen for a minute because I was just like, holy shit. This like oh it especially like the moment that led up to it and like somehow I didn't even expect it coming, even though you should have based on like what was said earlier in the movie about the dog tooth and the only way to escape. But yeah, that's just like the first thing. Also, like the VHS scene where he tapes the tape around his hand and smacks her like 7 or 8 times. Oh my god, it was fucking like did not see it coming at all. Made me just like brought this anxiety. So like that was perfect. Technically aspects perfect. This just the cinematography made that house feel like small when it needed to. Just everything. I thought the sound design was perfect. It was silent, like almost like there wasn't a ton of music or anything. You were just kind of trapped with the only thing you could think of is like the characters of the story and stuff like that. I would say the antithesis of this film for me is obviously like brainwashing, abuse, and the lengths that the abuser will go to insert control. Just and like obviously the victims being forced to trust their quote unquote owner. I like the dog scene where the dog keeper he kind of explained my antithesis of the film or like the father's mentality of just like dog like the whole speech about the dogs and they're like clay, you can mold them into what you want, and like the father's listening and like I just thought that was all around a good scene, and I thought it was like a good puzzle piece moment to help kind of, if it wasn't obvious, to at least say something in comparison to dogs. Like that's how the father treats his family. Just like his abuse of all of his children, how he inserts control and how he plans to keep control, and then the endings showing the cracks in his foundation, his lack of empathy, and obviously the heartbreak final shot of where after I think it's the eldest daughter. I don't remember the names too much.
They don't have names. It's literally
Is
older
it? Did they
daughter,
really?
younger daughter.
Really? That actually, that's smart because of the
Yeah.
point.
Father, mother, son,
Really?
older
Oh,
daughter, younger daughter, and then just Christina.
Christina being the security guard one.
Yeah, she's like the only one
Yep,
who's
yep,
named.
gotcha.
We offer the same services.
But yeah,
Yeah.
when the eldest daughter broke her teeth and then stuck in the back of the car, and then the final shot dragging out, silence, and then cut to black. Absolutely devastating. But it also like I thought it was a fitting end, I guess. Cuz like I personally like the direction you went with the ending. I think it would have been a happy feel good ending if you would have ended with like her out and about like that. Yeah, it would have been. But I thought that this ending resonated with me more than what the good ending would have been. But that's just me. Obviously, the father character was just so well written. His lack of empathy, just abusive nature, the extreme moments like knocking out Christina after he found out about the tapes, to just no escape and no outside environment entering his house. And I think that this was his character was so well written, so well performed, and I thought that it just resonated well on screen. Never ripped me out of the immersion. This absolute fucked up universe, his demeanor, obviously, just something to note. Yeah, just looking at my notes. Scenes that deserve recognition. That when she hits herself with the weight, god damn, that was something. Um, I just thought that like watching the eldest daughter slowly coming out of this bubble that his father has created, the illusion slowly getting destroyed. I thought that that was the big, at least that was my big takeaway of like that's the what is this film, 90 minutes ish, 100 minutes.
Yeah, it's really short. I think it's like an hour 40 or not even like an hour
Mm-hmm.
38.
But
Yeah, 98.
I thought it did a great job of slowly but surely showing her bubble popping as like the outside nature of what's going on in the family slowly start to not even like come to her senses, but just kind of just questioning what's going on and that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, I think that that was my major takeaway. I thought that there was some smaller ones like Christina's character kind of, even though she's like she's an outsider compared to like the family, she still gets abused by the father and is like not forced but coerced into having sex with the son. Like I thought her character was rather interesting, and I also like the wife character where she just feels trapped in this abusive circle that, but she uses it to kind of like she goes along with it, but she's also being forced. It's kind of like that mixed thing where she goes along with it in hopes that she is like spared in that sense. So yeah, I thought her character was rather interesting too. I'm glad these characters are so layered. Like obviously this isn't a huge cast, so you kind of get time to feel all those characters. And honestly, now that Dutch says, "Hey, none of them have names," that just makes perfect sense. Like they have no identity in this family, you know. And I also thought the stickers thing was just such a like it's such a fucked up small way to, cuz like that was towards the beginning where like you knew there was like some fishy stuff going on, but that's kind of, you kind of realize how fucked up this thing is. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts. Dutch.
Yeah, I have a lot of scattered everything about this film. This is probably my longest note page for any film ever. But I want to drop off a few miscellaneous things. Number one, fun fact before I get into it. When we were recording the Bo Burnham's Inside episode with Tabby, when you guys gave her film ratings lower than she wanted, she actually said, "Dutch, you should recommend Dogtooth to them." And I don't know if you guys remember that. She literally said that in the podcast, and you guys were like, "What's
Yo,
Dogtooth?"
did
She
I
didn't
really?
know. Yes, yes. Go back and listen to it.
Oh
Yeah, like
shit.
yeah. And um, she did not know that was at the top of my list to recommend. So right after the podcast, I went out there. I was like, Tabby, what the fuck? I was like, shut up, because she knew this kind of film, what it was, and she knows that I'm a freak, and you guys are you're nasty, but
Freaking the sheets, baby.
this
Can
film is,
confirm.
oh my God. This film is like deeply uncomfortable, but I love to feel uncomfortable. Like Blake said, this is not his type of film. 100% understandable. It's not a lot of people's type of film. I love feeling this way. I love feeling like sick to my stomach and uncomfortable. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't sympathize with that, but I absolutely adore it. I love films that make me feel this way. I feel like Blue Velvet's completely different than this film, but I feel like Blue Velvet is like Dogtooth light. Like I feel like it's a film that's uncomfortable, but it doesn't quite reach the peak that you get in Dogtooth. So
I agree.
I was laying the foundations all the way back then, like trying to hit on a theme where I had like an uncomfortable film. Then I did like slow cinema with Bergman, and then we had the Fateful Findings incident we won't talk about. Then I'm back to an uncomfortable film. I'm trying to keep with these themes. So I want to say everyone who analyzes this film, for the most part, come to the same conclusion that Tommy does, that this is about an abuser and the control he has over his children. That is what this film is about. That is a correct interpretation. However, I also think this is a surface level interpretation. And this is something that makes Yorgos Lanthimos extremely interesting to me, and why I'm so excited to get to Poor Things and kind of explore the deeper layers on that, especially since Tommy's already seen it. So to me, this is not just a film about an individual man having control over his small family. To me, Dogtooth is an allegory about fascism. And that may sound crazy, but let me break it down. The father is the dictator in this scenario. He has complete control over his children's life, just as a dictator would have total control over his people's life. He controls the media they consume. He manipulates it into supporting his agenda. An example of this would be him claiming the Frank Sinatra song was their grandfather and then changing the lyrics of the song, which I find that scene fucking hilarious every time I watch it because it's so fucking stupid and funny. And he also has control over things as personal down to their sex life, which is an obvious parallel to how fascists control the sex lives, specifically when it comes to LGBTQ relationships of their citizens. The girls in particular are so sexually uneducated that they don't even understand like the point of licking Christina is sexual in nature. When the older sister asks the younger sister to be licked, she just licks her shoulder because they believe like the licking in itself is the reward as opposed to the sexual pleasure. And I believe this lack of sex education mirrors real conservative and far-right efforts to prevent their children from receiving proper sex education, which in this film and in reality allows for the parents to sexually exploit their children, obviously through incest in this, but through like adult on child abuse type of things in real life. And, that's also incest many of the times. I also think a big part of this that is an allegory of fascism to me is that the father uses fear as a motivating tool to keep his children loyal. Like the father uses something as harmless as a cat and he propagandizes it to make it seem way more dangerous than it is. And there are a bunch of other scattered examples of this as well, such as how the parents change the definition of words to manipulate their children into ignorance, and the general ignorance they put their children through. Because, like an ignorant population is significantly easier to manipulate. I think it's another interesting factor that, like many fascist governments in real life, the thing that ultimately breaks the older sister's illusion of her world is being exposed to like free media. In this case, it's Hollywood, but this happens a lot in fascist countries where once they break out of that kind of fascist media echo chamber and they kind of explore different media and are exposed to the West, they want to escape that system. So I think this is a clear allegory for like a fascist dictatorship. And this isn't just something I'm like dropping. Yorgos Lanthimos is very left-wing, famously so, even to the point of controversy. And he has spoken out against fascism And specifically, he's very anti-Israel. This is a thing that's been causing controversy recently. However, he's completely correct. Point being, this film, beyond just being this little family drama, I think could be taken into a broader picture as a critique of authoritarianism and fascism in general. Every single element of fascism is here. And I think that's super interesting. And on a rewatch, trying to pick apart all these elements that kind of give hints to this nature of the film makes it significantly more interesting. So that's kind of my extra layer interpretation there. To other elements of this film, I mentioned how I really love the real sex in this film. It makes it even more uncomfortable, especially for people who aren't me. Like, I know, Tommy, we had a conversation at the end of the last episode where you said you didn't think Poor Things was that extreme.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, I knew it was coming, but yeah, I think this film is like significantly more extreme than Poor Things. It actually has less nudity, but the nudity's like there's more body parts shown, I guess, and there's real sex, which does not happen in Poor Things by any means. So I think this makes your average person, like a lot of people probably would turn this off, like straight up. There's a lot of just sex and nudity and sex that's already uncomfortable for somebody seeing real sex on screen in a movie, but the fact that it's like incestuous in nature. I mean, I love Yorgos Lanthimos because he does not back down from discomfort. He relishes in it, and he uses it to tell a strong story. Like, you're not going to forget some of the scenes in this film, I promise. I love how this film looks. I actually had a critique of this the last time I watched it. The last time I watched it was on a Blu-ray. They came out with a 4K since I ordered the Blu-ray a couple years ago, and the 4K's color grading is a lot better. I don't know how it looked for you guys at all. I have no idea, but I think the color grading on the 4K looks way better than the original Blu-ray scan. So I like that a lot. That was a big improvement for me. I wanted to mention that one of my favorite scenes was where the girls were dancing for the parents' anniversary. I think there's there's so much visual storytelling here. Like, the younger daughter is content. She does some dancing, then she relaxes. But by this point, the older daughter wants to like express herself and escape the situation she's in. So she literally like pulls herself out of her body by dancing and doing all these crazy moves and going and going and going as like this form of like taking control over her own life and having something that's unique to her and as a form of rebellion. And like it's just such a good visual storytelling.
I think the timing of that scene was absolutely perfect because this isn't the scene right after when she breaks her teeth. I'm pretty.
No, it's right after the sex scene.
No, I mean the scene that comes right after that.
Yeah, I think
right
after that
is the sex scene.
No, right before that. I thought you said right before that.
Oh, got you. I might have, and I screwed it up. But I just thought the timing of it was perfect. I thought the time for that scene was perfect. I this is a lot of notes on because I literally that's in my notes, and I just kind of skimmed it. I missed it, but I thought that scene was just so it was put at the perfect time, and it went for just the right amount of time. Where and I also thought that just her motions, like you could just, it's literally just motion with like a light guitar music, but you could just feel her body escape from the mind, or the mind escape from the body, whatever, however you say that fucking phrase. But yeah, that scene was a noteworthy scene for sure.
I think the cinematography is excellent too. Like just the first shot of the two girls standing there before they start to do the dance, and like the colors and the boy on the guitar on the left, and it's just so pretty to look at. That's like the most iconic shot for me, is like the two girls just standing there. But yeah, I take a lot from this film inspirationally. Like I love the visual storytelling in this. I love the lack of music. Like Big Fish had like pretty much no music. I take a lot of inspiration from this guy. I love the sexual nature of this film. We already mentioned the dumbbell scene. That's a big note here, but yep, that fucks me up. Yeah, we talked about that. The ending, I love it. I think its ambiguousness is perfect because, like Tommy said, like if it just ended like with her getting out, it might come off as like too happy. But also if it cut into the car and she had like bled out and died, I think that might
Yeah,
risk
I agree with
being
that.
nihilistic,
I agree.
you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So I think that like ambiguousness is perfect. And then you can kind of like discuss it. Like, do you think she eventually gets out? Did she eventually bleed out? And that kind of plays into your interpretation of the rest of the film. And say if you take this film on its face as just like an exploration of how like abusive parents can handle their kids, it's like, well, how easy it is to escape that kind of situation. Or if it's a parallel to fascism, like how easy is it to escape fascism? Can you really escape fascism with your life, or are you going to face like this extreme punishment for trying to escape this country or like abandoning its values? So it's just like super interesting, and there's so many layers there. And I like there's just so much to discuss in this film. I'm not going to go on forever, but I fucking love it. I think it's disturbing. It's very sexually provocative, which is one of my favorite elements that any film can do. It's shot well. The sound design's great. It disturbs you through sex rather than, and it disturbs you through violence too, but it does it very little, which I love. It's very creative, and it does this thing that movies do where they create this insane, like almost sci-fi type scenario to explore this like real world issue. I love that. I think this film is a masterpiece. I really love it. And I will pass it back to you guys.
Yeah, I agree with the fascist take. I'm hearing that now. There's a lot of parallels to fascism, just in general. Um, Trying to look through my notes, see if I could skim anything here. Um, yeah, I think that I thought that the ending was perfect. I don't think they could have done anything better with that ending. I thought that the shot held on long enough to where almost your expectation is you are expecting this trunk door to open. Like that is your expectation. It as this film does many times, completely just subverts expectations, holds out, shot to black. Thought that again. I know I've said this a bunch, but I thought the ending was perfect. Um,
Yeah, like
I got it.
you would like totally expect like like the trunk to open like a tiny bit, and you see like her face peeking out, and then it would cut to black. Like that, like a
yeah.
lesser film would have done that, but
Mhm.
I'm so happy it doesn't do
I
that.
also thought that my original like just thinking what's gonna happen when he picks up the tape machine. I forgot the fucking name of it. VHS machine.
Yeah.
Uh, I was fully expecting him to just throw it on the floor and break it. That was my expectation. But then he hits her over the head with it twice. It was like just like that scene got me just especially like right when he puts it up ready to hit. I was like, "Oh my god." Like he's even I should say, oh my god, he's a monster because obviously I would have found that out fucking 2 minutes into the film. I also thought that it was kind of another like kind of point to fascism is as a guest he puts on the blindfold on Christina to make sure that she has no idea where she's going. Just it kind of signifies that she's like a lost like I shouldn't say well almost like a fuck like a guest like that kind of stuff. But I thought that like the blindfold thing was free, like just so fucking weird and creepy. I thought the obsession with dogs was like just like a perfect antithesis of how he views like Pete Pool, like how he views his family as clay that can be molded into anything. And
And
I
they
also,
literally like
yeah,
bark, like he trains
yeah,
them to
he trains them
bark.
to bark. I thought that was a little on the nose, but I thought, whatever.
I like it. It is on the nose. I agree, but I like it because it kind of adds to like the what the fuck is happening right
Yeah,
now kind of
yeah, definitely.
attitude. Yeah,
Mm. And like that weird pool scene where they're kind of playing like a version of Marco Polo, but with the mom standing there like for the hug. And like I thought that scene was weird. I thought that the airplane was used well as like a thing in the background during one of their family tapes to this thing that they want to crash so they can have like that kind of thing. And I thought that like the toy was like used as like a well, I know that they like this, so then they like threw it or something.
It shows how warped their idea
Yeah.
of the world is and like how much control their father has. And it's also kind of funny. Like, I don't know about you guys, but Yorgos Lanthimos and I agree on this. He constantly says his films are comedies. And that sounds insane, but like there are scenes that are funny to me in this. Like they're uncomfortably funny. They get like a what the fuck laugh out of you, and I like that. And I think it's a unique sense of humor for sure. I watch a lot more uncomfortable shit than you two, surely. But I do laugh at quite a few scenes in this film, and I like it because it's like, am I supposed to laugh? Am I like, what am I supposed to feel?
The sticker
like,
thing made me laugh. That was kind of, it was like weird, uncomfortable laughter, but it was still kind of like well, this is just like absurd at its face. But
the Frank Sinatra scene always makes me crack
yeah,
up.
that
like,
was
every time. It's so funny. He just fucking lies about what he says. Too.
Low key,
so,
at
so
first,
dumb.
I was like, literally, like when that scene first started, I was like, when he's like, "Oh man, what do you hear your grandfather saying?" And it was Frank Sinatra, and I was like, "Is this supposed to actually be his?" And then he lies about the lyrics, and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is kind of like this is another thing of him fucking up their whole worldview."
Yeah.
So, Blake, did your boss walk in?
What, Blake?
No, my boss is on 9-month contract, so he's out for the summer. So it's just me.
Gotcha.
So thank God. But fuck, dude, once I finished it, I was at work. I texted in the group chat that we all have, and I said, I have to say this before I forget, and I want you guys in the comments to answer too. We'll get like a poll up. Who would win in a fight? Prime, like pissed off, gun ready John Wick, or the dad from Dogtooth with a VHS player? Who will win?
Dude, it has to be the dad. It has to be the dad.
He's fucking Thanos versus the dad from Dogtooth. Dude, who would win?
Would you guys rather have Dogtooth dad or Autumn Sonata mom?
Ooh.
I'd love to see them. I would love to see them argue, bro. Just like I don't even know what you're.
Bro, like, who would you rather have forced to live with you?
Because
like,
if
we're talking right now, and I have the same brain and I've lived the same life that I've had, he just lives with me. I feel like the dad wouldn't be. Oh God, because I feel like the dad's whole shtick is that he abuses your negligence and your
ignorance.
Yeah, your ignorance. It's just. Ooh, this is a good question. These are the questions we need to answer on the B-Roll podcast.
But I feel like I agree. Like I'd rather, with the knowledge I have right now, I'd probably rather have the Dogtooth dad because he kind of like can't do shit to me because I know his whole shtick, bro.
Yeah. It just shows him a cat. Just fuck.
Dude, I had like some peak thing I was gonna talk about, and I just completely forgot, and that pisses me off.
I did want to say that the resort. Okay. Going back to the fascism point, I thought that the fact that the mother was pregnant with twins, kind of, and then like everyone like clapped like it was like that fucking Kim Jong-un walked into a room at North Korea, bruh. And then it was
that seems really funny.
And it kind of like insinuates that this guy prides on making the family bigger so that he has more people to abuse. And that kind of shows like that drive that fascist dictators make to take over the world and shit. Like,
I think another allegory to fascism is the fact that this house is like really nice. Like there's a great pool, big property, but the fact, even though they have these like materially nice things, the fact that they have no freedom or control over their lives means that their lives suck and they're like really, really, really bad. And like, I think that's like an obvious, Nazis argue like, oh, like the economy is good in Germany, or like Mussolini made the trains run on time, but like, doesn't matter if it's clean on the surface, like deep down, these people are suffering because they don't have freedom over their own decisions and they're being manipulated. And I think it was really clever and really intentful to have this film set in that really big, nice house.
There's like the brother just over the wall thing. Oh man, that was like...
That's really good. That reminds me. I remember what I was gonna say. At what point did you guys figure out like what was happening? Like you guys had to have been confused for like a portion of this film.
I'd say I want to say like maybe like a half hour in, I kind of got the shtick. I think after the dog scene, I think I was pretty understanding of what the themes of this film was gonna be.
Okay. Blake?
The second, like I saw Christina being put in with the blindfold, I didn't have the immediate thought, but I was getting there. I was like, okay, I wonder what the problem is. And then it was definitely... Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm having a brain fart. It was early in the movie. That's all I could say. It was early in the movie.
The fucking
it's-
security
I'm
Christina thing
sorry.
was like
I'm
one of
sorry.
the first things that happened.
Yeah.
On
No.
point. He's on fire.
Oh my god. I went brain dead for a second, but listen, Dutch, you were talking about how the director says his movies are a comedy. There was one part of the movie I like kind of giggled because I just wasn't like expecting it. That random scene where the brother is just walking through the kitchen like minding his day, and one of his sisters just comes out and fucking cuts him.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm so glad you brought that up. That is one of the funniest scenes.
Yeah, dude.
It shows how uneducated they are and how fucking psychotic this house is. Where I think she like wants the plane or something. It's like stupid bullshit.
The guy threw the plane over the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, so like fucking she just cuts like a deep, massive fucking cut.
Yeah, dude.
And then
the dad took... Oh fuck, dude, that whole scene is going back in my head right now.
It's cool too because it shows a cycle of violence because right after she cuts her brother, the mom like starts slapping the shit out of her and stuff, which is like that's one of the smaller moments of violence, but it does show how like the reason they're punishing each other with violence is because they've been
that's
taught.
How they,
they've been punished with violence. Yeah. So it's like it's really really effective storytelling. Yeah, I only asked that question about like when did you guys lock in? Because I remember my first watch of this very well, and it's like, okay, person's being blindfolded, whatever. It's the first few seconds of a film. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Then they just start fucking raw dogging. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Then they start talking about like stickers and like I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this movie? And I don't know when it clicked for me, honestly, but at some point it started to come to me and I was like, oh god, this is dark. Like,
the sticker was like the first thing that I was like, okay, this family has a weird dynamic going on because like being like little kids, but they look old. Like
they're adult children.
Yeah.
They are literally adult children.
Are they really?
Yeah. They're adult children in the movie and they like just literally are never gonna be let out. Yeah.
I thought a scene that was
crazy.
kind of the scene that kind of made me chuckle was when the guy's plane was like 3 or 4 feet off of the porch line, and they're like, "Could you please get it?" He's like, "I'll do my best," and he gets into the car, drives 4 feet back there, gets out, like opens the door, picks it up, and like saves it as if he did like this really heroic thing. And that was kind of like, oh my god, they genuinely think the floor is lava.
I guess Blake, I haven't heard from you a lot, so I'll ask you: is there anything you disliked about Dogtooth?
I mean, yeah, I couldn't give you like full, like in-depth reasons, but it definitely is not the kind of style I'm into, which isn't really a huge problem. It's just a matter of personal, preference, which we all have, and like I liked it. Like it entertained me. It did its job of what it had to do. But it's not something I'm gonna go out of my way to go watch again, if it's not just needed to brought up in a conversation. So, like, to me it had its flaws. Like I thought the quality could have been better, but I guess.
What do you mean quality?
Well, maybe it was what I watched it on, but for 2009, I thought there were better looking movies.
Yeah, I think you watched the same Blu-ray version I did because like I said, when I first watched this film, I didn't like the color grading, and I thought it was kind of cold.
I was gonna
But
say it really looked like, yeah.
it was
I
remastered.
I
It
low
was
key did not
remastered,
have
and
a
it looks
problem
really
with the
great.
color grading at all for me.
The color grading looks fucking fantastic. If you watched it on the same like 4K I did, I don't know what they're using on. They have to have updated it on streaming platforms. I don't know, but like if you watch the old version, Blake, I agree with you. If you watch the new version, I disagree. I think the new version looks like way different and really good.
Yeah, the version I
Probably.
watched it on, like it looked exceptional for me. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
probably just had an older version then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Like that's just me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's completely understandable because I had to literally that was like one of the things holding this back from a 10 out of 10 on my first watch.
All right. Well, I think are we ready for final rankings?
I'm ready.
Sadly, I love talking about this film. It's
Hey, we still have who hated it subject. So
I do want to say though. I do want to say, um, Blake, this will be interesting because this is your first Yorgos Lanthimos.
Mhm.
I'm interested how this is going to stack against the Lynch rating for Blue Velvet and the Bergman rating for Autumn Sonata because I'm trying to go through all my directors, and I got a big one soon that we'll have to uncover eventually. But um, the Poor Things, same director in my top 4, so this is just a little taste of that. So based off of your rating here, I'm gonna note that in the back of my mind specifically for you. I know Tommy's already seen Poor Things, so. But all right, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Who wants to start?
I
Um,
can.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna re-say the first line of my written review here on my letterbox. Is this film has mastered the art of that dark little stone in your stomach. This film is beautifully shot. The technical aspects, like perfect. The antithesis of the father's character, just it's so well played. His performance was awesome. Like I was never ripped out of the immersion. All the scenes that we noted, just incredible. I want to note that I gave Poor Things a 4 stars, and in my opinion, this is very similar, but I would give the edge to Dogtooth personally, just because of that just uncomfortable feeling that I had the entire time. This dystopian family dynamic, the anxiety that I got. I really enjoyed it. I walked away from it just thinking and thinking and thinking, and I thought that the ending was perfect. Like there was just nothing I would have changed in the ending. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 stars or a 9 out of 10.
God, that's like so unconventional for like a Yorgos viewer, but I respect the fuck out of that, dude. Because like I love this film too, and like I said this at the end of the last episode, but like people regard this as like mid tier Yorgos, or it's like one of the lesser watched films, but like I think this is like nearly Poor Things level. It's like my second favorite. So like mad respect. I'm really happy you gave it a
Yeah,
9 'cause
I
this
gave
is a
the
really
edge
tough
of it.
film.
I gave it was definitely rough. But I just think the uncomfortable experience that I walked away with just resonated with me more, I guess. That's not saying Poor Things is ass, but I'm saying like cuz I really love Poor Things. I can't wait for that episode, but
Yeah, me either.
yeah, just I don't just I really walked away just thinking and thinking and thinking. And also I do really appreciate you sharing that fascist your uh your takeaway from it, because it honestly makes me want to watch it again with that in mind and look at
It's
all
really good.
the key things. But that's my opinion on Dogtooth.
Yeah, I love to hear that because this is a really tough film. A lot of people like if I showed this to like Tabby or something, it would be like a turn off halfway through. Let alone not a 9 out of 10. You reviewed an artsy fartsy extreme real sex fucking Yorgos Lanthimos flick, a 9 out of 10. So I'm having a good day. Um, yep.
Lost him immediately. Ah.
I think that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, that's it. GG's.
Yeah, I love this film. It's my second favorite film from one of my favorite directors, one of my top 5 favorite directors. It's deeply uncomfortable, very sexually provocative, which again is a huge standout in any film for me. It has so many layers that you can read into. There's probably even more interpretations than just my fascist one. It's everything about it is memorable. Those violent scenes are super fucking terrifying and spine chilling. Made me feel physical pain. Deeply uncomfortable, and for me, that's deeply wonderful. So this gets a 9 out of 10 or a 4.5 star with a like from me.
What was it? Deeply uncomfortable makes
Alright,
me.
alright,
Wait,
alright.
what
Makes
was
it
that
deeply
saying?
makes it deeply wonderful.
That's that's a funny saying.
So
We'll put that on a t-shirt.
I'll go off by saying, is Tommy talking?
No, yeah, he is.
You
Why
bitch!
did I
Don't
lie?
lie about that shit.
I instinctively lied. I
You
can't help it.
shit, man.
Because you just started laughing while I was talking. I was like, "What the fuck is so funny?"
We're
Yeah.
la-
Yeah.
Blake speaks Dutch.
Ah, you're so stupid.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I started talking and Dutch was like,
Shut the fuck.
No. It wasn't against you.
Alright.
That's funny.
Okay, so I will say this film is very unique. And the criticisms I have are not with the fact that it's disturbing or violent. I can't stress that enough. All the fucked up shit that happened in this film does not bother me in an instance. I will just say, I do like the style. I like the style. I like the story. I like the message. I like the symbolism. And I'm not a huge symbolism guy. Like I've very like Dutch has heard me rant about how much I fucking hate symbolism sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty impressed with this one. Don't watch The Green Knight. Holy shit. That's just I had to
Yeah.
throw that out there while I'm talking about this.
You just pissed off a very niche community of people.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm
Fuck all
not
you.
watching the B-roll podcast anymore because Blake Morgan said he doesn't like that.
But my critiques with it are just it's not and they're personal critiques, they're not real critiques. They're just it's not for me. I respect the hell out of it. I love what they did. Not something I'm gonna go out of my way to say. Or watch. But I did like it. I was impressed. I think I just needed more out of it, which I guess is needy. But I think I just want more, right? I think that's a positive criticism right there. You can never want too much out of a good thing, right? Besides, crack, but that's different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, I'm gonna give this a 3 on Letterboxd and a good old 7 out of 10.
3.5 stars.
It's a 3.5 star.
Okay.
There.
All right. Well, it
Good
is
shit.
it is time for everybody's favorite part of the B-roll podcast. It is Who Hated It, where we go on Letterboxd and we find reviews that we don't like, and we say cool or we say ew, or Dutch drives to his house and shoots them in the face. Are we right, Dutch?
Yeah. All right. I want to go first. I
All right,
Wait,
go,
start
go.
out with what's the letterbox rating for Dogtooth?
That's 3.7, I believe. Yes,
Ooh.
3.7. It's a mixed bag, I'm telling
Ooh.
you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to start off our first review of the night, we have a review by a person named Baboy. And this is a half star. And they said, Dogtooth, like dog shit. It had so much potential. God, it physically hurt me to watch it.
Can't believe I didn't think of that. I can't believe I didn't think of dog shit, dude. I wish I would have thought of that. That guy gets a like from me. He gets my honorary double like.
I
Give him a
will
double
say
like.
this every episode that this pops up. I wish people, instead of just saying this was bad, I wish people would just give reasons why they think it's bad instead of just saying I think it's bad.
Maybe the problem is us. Maybe we just keep on picking ones where they don't say why it's bad.
Damn. And
Uh-oh.
followed by that, there's just more shit.
All right, I got one. This is a 1-star review from Sujay Siddharth. and they say, I don't fucking get this film. The worst film I have ever. I didn't even get the meaning behind this film. It probably has some meaning, but I'd rather not understand it. Very disgusted, by the way. What do you guys think about that? It's in all caps.
He's absolutely right.
Vote for Vivek Ramaswamy for governor of Ohio in 2026. We're paying taxes at this war because we can't have God damn, bro. Just tell me you are a complete idiot, please. God
Hey,
damn.
guess what's in his top 4?
Melania.
No. First episode of B-Roll Podcast alumni, Goodwill Hunting.
Like basic. It's a good film, but it's basic.
It is good.
It's
It is
good. It's good.
I guess a Goodwill Hunting top 4 enjoyer it's like almost the opposite audience of a Dogtooth type of person.
True. What the fuck is he watching Dogtooth for?
Yeah, like that's why I thought Goodwill Hunting is like fine. Like it's good. It's like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
like, I think I love
really liked
Dogtooth.
what it was. I thought, yeah.
You two gave it way better ratings than I did. I was the lowest.
I gave it a 9. It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Plus,
See, I like
Williams.
both. I'm the woke version, so I like both.
Fruitcake.
Alright.
What do you lose on? All right, this is a half star by Claire. This is a little long, so I'm kind of gonna skim it a little bit. I don't think I've ever disliked something this much. I'm not someone who easily gets offended at violence and sex, but this felt so unnecessary and so grotesque. Had me genuinely worried for the actors. Every scene was incredibly long and interesting. I was counting down the minutes for it to end. I had to watch it over the span of 3 days because my attention could not be kept for more than 30 minutes at a time. And I even had to re-rent it because I was unable to finish it the first time. Not for me. Some ideas don't need to come to life.
Dude, that reminds me, I gotta go watch my daily 5 minutes of Stalker.
Like, if you actually watch Stalker and you dare to come to me when I recommend it and say the words "it's boring," I am fucking killing you.
It's boring.
Like, holy
That's
shit!
It. Don't say anything else.
You are a genius. I've never heard that critique of slow cinema before. You are the first person with that thought. Congrats.
Okay,
you are very smart.
I want to go through some of these sentences and have a small discussion.
Yeah. About the real point. Okay.
Did the violence and sex feel so unnecessary and grotesque?
No.
I feel like
Boom, end of
everything was
conversation.
for a reason in this one.
I think the film isn't effective in the slightest if you don't emphasize how grotesque everything is. Like, that's precisely why there was real sex used, because it really, really drives the point home that this is a deeply wrong and disturbing household. Like, if you didn't have any of the sex or violence, you'd be left with a home where how does he abuse them? He calls them names? Like, sure, that's a form of abuse, but it's not as impactful as the film actually is. So I think those things are completely necessary for the film, or it's something completely different than what it is.
It's the fact that I can't add on because he said everything that I think. So, yeah, just
My bad.
no, but like literally, I don't. I feel like everything was for a purpose. I don't see how any of that shit's not necessary or grotesque. And also being genuinely worried for an actor, bro.
Yeah, apparently Yorgos is a delight on set as well. He's very good at making his actors comfortable. Same thing with David Lynch. David Lynch he did Blue Velvet, of course. He did Mulholland Drive, which Blake has seen. Those films are deeply disturbing, but he's known for being a big goofball on set. Same as Yorgos Lanthimos, making his actors comfortable. So I don't know. Also,
I feel like saying that without a basis for a reason for attack is like really shitty. Like
it's almost slanderous.
Yeah, like to attack a director that way for saying that like, you put your actors through, like, I don't know. I feel like that's like one of the worst kind of scum shit, Loki.
I think the idea that this person thought this film was boring is kind of crazy to me. Like, ultimately, what is boring and what is not is totally up to you. But like, even I feel like most people who watch this film don't think it's boring. They don't like it because it's like disturbing. Like
Mhm.
I think it's almost impossible to be bored by this because there's like it opens up with like a fucking uncomfortable sex scene in the first few minutes. It's like you're immediately like, what the fuck is happening? It's just uncomfortable, and you're in the world whether you like it or not. It's definitely not boring. You're completely immersed in this, in my opinion, for its short 90-minute runtime.
And then one more point to not attack on this review would be, can you still enjoy a moment, or can you still enjoy a film when you're watching it in multiple sittings of 30 minutes or less?
I don't know, Blake. You tell us.
Well, so far, I'll have to find out later.
I don't know, because I've watched a couple movies like years ago where I would do it that way, and I feel like I could never walk away with anything more substantial. Like it's hard. It's hard to connect with a film when you like take breaks and stuff. You know.
Yeah. Okay. One of my favorite critics, YMS, his opinion is that like he watches a lot of his films like broken up into different sittings and whatever. And like he says it's about like your individual blah 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 blah. But I don't know, man. I kind of have to disagree because whenever I break a film into multiple sittings, it completely destroys like the pacing that was very deliberately
yeah, I have to get re-immersed into it.
Yeah, and it's from an unnatural position, so it loses effectiveness. So, I mean, this is the same reason I have a great TV and a 4K Blu-ray player. Like, I want to get entirety of what the director wanted me to see, the most accurate version of the film that he made or she made or they made. So I'm gonna watch it all in one sitting. I watched fucking Fanny and Alexander in one sitting, so I don't know. I don't think there's really any excuse. I'm sorry.
Doesn't that have like natural breaking points though? Like
yeah, it's broken into episodes. Yeah.
All right, that's my long ad review.
Is it? Who is it? Is it me?
Yeah,
or is it
no,
Blake?
it's Blake.
It's me.
Oh my god! Every episode, put me down.
I'm gonna old yellow your ass.
Yeah, I need it, bro.
All right. We got a review by a person named Prash. It's a 3.5 stars. Oh. Well, anyways, they said this is the most normal and accurate homeschooling experience.
That is such a.
That's technically a positive review, but it's funny,
yeah,
so we'll accept it.
It's like, man, do you look at your classmate and you say like, dude, the teacher's hot? Like, can you still do that?
What the fuck? What the?
Actually, though, that's a funny comment because that homeschooling's usually done by like conservative Christians, and like again, like this film, I think is ultimately like an anti-fascist, anti-right-wing film. Like I think it's very obvious. So that's kind of a funny point to make. Yeah, so
I can say that.
It's okay. He's allowed to make that.
Blake loves incest.
He has the incest card. He has no.
Okay, so speaking of incest, speaking of incest, perfect transition. I have a 1.5 review from CAD3R, and this one has some lore. So just allow me a moment. This person says, definitely in George R.R. Martin's top 4. You guys know who George R.R. Martin is?
I mean, I've heard the name. I don't really know what he does at all.
He is. God. What are you laughing at over there?
That's fucking funny, dude. Oh my fucking.
How do you know it's funny? Explain. Explain the joke.
Game of Thrones, bro.
Yeah, he's the writer of Game of Thrones. And a main plot point is this brother and sister fuck each other for the entire show. And like then like this aunt and this nephew fuck each other, like constant incest all throughout the show.
Fucking
so when I
British family movie, bro. What the?
So when I saw this definitely in George R. R. Martin's top 4, I started fucking cackling. I was like, yeah, probably.
That's good. Holy shit. All right, I've got a 0.5 star. This is by Cyrus Place. Bro, you don't get it. The movie's actually super boring and perverted because of the themes. It's complex because of its outlandish ideas. Whole movie's appeal is based off shock equals substance, and it's exhausting. None of the ideas explored here have any sort of rewarding or interesting. It's a slog of a runtime. No point other than the themes, bro. Themes.
Disagree because I think on top of the themes, it's like super just like uncomfortable, and I like it because it's uncomfortable. I like being uncomfortable.
I don't see it. Say if your big takeaway is, oh my god, shock equals substance. I feel like you're stupid. I'm not gonna lie. My fault. I forgot. I can't be super mean because some people actually pull up to the podcast. But your opinion's fucking dumb as fuck.
Multiple times now.
Yeah, dude, that was. I'm glad most people have been a good sport about it. But if you want to be a bad sport, you could join the podcast. We'll do an episode dedicated how stupid you are.
Come on, you do not understand, dude. I am built for this. This is my life. I will fucking argue with anybody.
Oh my
Hop
god,
on the podcast.
Oh my god, it would have to be its own segment, bro.
It'd be like 3 hours long.
Holy shit, I'd be so down. If you genuinely, like, if you are down to sit down and tell me why you think Dogtooth is a half star, I will do it. Let's do it.
Yes. Okay, it's
my turn. All right, it's my last.
You did it.
Yay!
So I have a review by a person named Rimp78. They actually gave it like a 4.5 stars.
Oh my god, this guy's fucking up his one job on Who Hated It.
No, listen.
This movie, fuck.
No. But he gave it a high rating, but his comment critiques the film. Okay. He says it's all in Spanish, right? But the last word that you can read is just pussy. So I was like, I need to look into this. So I put it into. I did what any normal white guy would do. I went to Google Translate, and it just says, "I don't give a fuck if I liked it or not." Middle finger emoji like 7 times. I don't give a shit. You guys are bitches. Eat my pussy. That's it.
What?
Wait, no, I'm using it. Another double like for that gentleman. That is the best review I've ever heard. Who is he even insulting? The reader? The actors? Like,
he's insulting everyone that used Google Translate to go through that review.
Wait, hold up. His favorite movie is Parasite.
Oh, that's so good.
No clue.
Fuck, man. I can't even. Wait, I've got to see.
That's on my future rec list, by the way. That's in there. I love Parasites.
Right now,
incredible.
all of my recommends on my list is all the Despicable Me movies because it preps for the nude one coming out this one.
You guys don't think I can't get more uncomfortable than this, bro? Watch me.
I don't know. I did not hate being uncomfortable, so I don't think that's going to be a big thing for me.
That means you and I have more similar movie tastes than you do to like a typical general audience enjoyer, because people fucking hate to feel uncomfortable.
Why? Why does every film have to be fucking ballerina dance to you and what you want to be comfortable with, bro?
I find it boring. Like, okay, hot take. I got a hot take on the pod.
Okay.
I don't like Studio Ghibli films. I don't know if you guys know anything about that.
Nope. No clue.
But they're extremely critically acclaimed, beloved anime films from Japan. Everyone loves them. They're objectively good, artistically, but they're like mostly eye candy with like wholesome stories. And I think the fact that they are so wholesome makes them extremely boring. And like, it's not because edgy or whatever. It's not about that. But like, often films I love are philosophically interesting and allow me to chew on it, a very immersive, or deeply uncomfortable and challenging, because I like to be challenged. I like to be uncomfortable. I like to experience something that's not just kind of the boredom and generic day-to-day life. So I don't know. I don't like a lot of those really fucking wholesome slice of life films like that, because they're just not entertaining to me. They don't click with me at all.
I agree. I don't hate feel good story, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's I feel like it's so much harder for me to be immersed in like this universe where everything ends up going right for you in the end. I feel like there's no learning. I feel like I kind of just wasted 90 minutes. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like I kind of like endings, like not endings in particular, but just like stories that I can like digest, like not even like relate it to normal human life. Obviously it doesn't have to relate to life or anything, but I just I like things that I can relate to, and like it makes me feel a certain way, and just something I can walk away with being like, I'm glad that I sat down and watched that. Like I don't give a fuck about being comfortable. I don't care if it has a good ending. I don't care if it's edgy. I don't really give a fuck what's on the screen. As long as it doesn't feel worthless and I get immersed into whatever the director is trying to say.
Yeah, it's like a good piece of chocolate. That's great. But a piece of chocolate with a little caramel under the skin, something a little deeper, that is even better. And I think that applies to films. I love to have something to chew on, something a little uncomfortable, something a little different, something that opens my eyes to an experience I've never had before. That to me
Mm-hmm.
is entertaining, not like the same regurgitated story over and over again that I've seen 1,000 times. So all right, it's me.
Yep.
Okay. So this is a short one, but I actually think it raises an interesting conversation. And I know mostly how Tommy feels about this because he's very similar to me, but it's be interesting to hear Blake's response too. This is a 2-star review from Annie, and Annie says that I just watch a 90-minute porn film. So I guess this is a layered question.
Did you jack
Kind
off
of
to
a,
this film? Fuck.
Yes, but the
Oh,
multi-parted kind of
what?
question is
What? Hell no.
blind boom sound effect on
Not
that
my
one.
proudest nut.
Blake clearly said that.
I
No,
never said that. I never
Yes, you
said that
did.
yeah,
shit.
you did.
Yes,
Take
you
the
did.
Don't
screenshot.
do it.
Oh shit.
Go get it now, Tommy.
No, there is no screenshot. I literally never said that.
But well, the point is, um, I guess, is there too much? Can there be too much nudity and sex in a film? Slash, does it make you uncomfortable? And also, what is porn? Like, when does something cross into being porn?
I think it depends on, honestly, probably just the story, let alone, like, it's not, like, obviously, it's not a movie that's geared towards sex individually, but it does play a big part. And, you can't have something play such a huge part without showing for it, right? Or at least that's what you think. Some movies are different like that, but I think in this one they got to make it such a big deal how everything is controlled, right? Can you imagine if a dude like was living in your house and he told you who you could and couldn't have sex with? Like,
Yeah, I'd riot.
yeah, right.
You have to have sex with me right now. Oh no.
You
Is it?
got this, Tommy.
I was about to say, is it me or I didn't know if Blake was still going, but
Yeah.
I know.
I'd say at least for me, I guess if someone went up to me and said, "What's the difference between a film with a bunch of nudity and pornography?" Is I guess director's intent. Like if the director is literally just there to just find like how to make it like how to make the sex look good, obvious like because obviously like porn like especially like like not modern porn but like major like not major what I don't know the fucking word for fucking elite porn fucking hell man
Just
but
professional porn.
yeah but it's just I guess the intent is to try to make it look as hot and as like voluptuous as possible I guess and like the role in film is to tell a story. I don't know. There really isn't a difference. I mean, at least for me, there as long as there's like more to chew on than just sex on screen. I guess for me, there can't be too much sex. If I guess it's all about director's intent. It's all about like purpose of why the sex is on screen. That at least as someone that watches porn all the time, I don't really give a fuck. I don't. I feel like shit that's like, oh man, you should be shamed for watching porn is stupid to me.
Agree.
Like I
As a
think that
porn
like
professional.
this weird hatred of open mindedness and like just like when it comes to like those fucking bitches that sit there is like no sex till marriage. 90% of them don't even follow that rule, yet they put it on other people as
Yeah,
like
like
at their high and mighty throne at like that shit. I don't know. It pisses me off. I think nudity is fucking whatever. I don't get uncomfortable with nudity, like in my media. I honestly, in my opinion, if you get uncomfortable with nudity in media, you're low key just a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of yeah. I think you're making it weird
yeah.
because like
Like
it's completely consensual. It's like what they want to do. It like I don't see an issue with it.
everyone has a sex drive, but it's like taboo for some reason, and it makes no sense. Like, it's just a fun physical activity. Like that's it. But like violence and like killing people and all this shit is completely normalized in our culture.
Yeah,
Something I'm passionate about and I brought up before, which is why I like films that like push the envelope, and kind of normalize this kind of thing. And I think I agree with your interpretation, Tommy, because if you look up the definition of pornography, it says, quote, sexually explicit materials, including videos, photographs, writings, or audios, and this is the important part, specifically produced to cause sexual arousal or stimulation, end quote. So,
hey, I was right. Let's
according,
fucking
yeah,
go.
according to the definition, the thing that makes porn and not porn distinct is the intent of the director. So you can take that as it is. I agree with that definition, and I don't think this film was made with the intent of being sexually exciting or arousing. In fact, I
Yeah, I
think
kind of went for that. Yeah.
the sex is used to cause discomfort, um, and I think calling anything with nudity or sex in it porn is, and I've actually brought this up before. I remember talking about something similar to this. I think this is like a porn brain attitude to believe that any nudity or sex is porn. Like I think that's like a porn addict's belief of what porn is. Like
Yeah.
any
Yeah, I
naked
agree.
person is porn. Any woman could be sexualized. You know, everything is sexual. Everything is porn. Every nude person I have to like pull my penis out and jerk it to.
It
Like
seems like
that
bad
is the more porn brain
reflecting.
attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. Like I said, I think that person's actually more porn brain making that
Yeah.
accusation than I am. I think people who are kind of open about it and open about nudity and can take it as it is and accept it. I think that's like the less brain rotted
It's a
kind
healthy
of
and
thing.
natural thing.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
special. God,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know. It gets on my nerves when people like shame others like for like watching porn or like just like the fucking a tit was shown in this movie. I can't watch this. Like I think that's just like a stonehead attitude towards a
Stonehead.
fucking natural ass thing. You were born. You're born with bro. That's how you were born. You fucking idiot. It's like, bro, I can't.
Yeah,
It's just
I agree. I guess to Blake then, um, can any amount of sex or nudity in a film make you uncomfortable? Or are you like pretty much the same as Blake and I?
my name's Tommy.
Or the other guy, the other one.
Fuck.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it just depends on the context. I think if you have a movie where the characters like has to like went through sexual trauma and you want to explore that, like have any of you guys seen the show Baby Reindeer at all?
Nope, but I know of the entire plot.
Okay, great. Then you know that in that TV show, the guy gets raped and he goes through
Yes.
a whole like sex dysmorphia thing, and they show like almost an entire episode of like him fucking and getting fucked. It's basically what we just
that
talked
show is
about.
bad because nude. Fuck you,
No.
bro.
Okay, all right, okay.
That is not why people don't like the show, which I'm actually grateful for. But I think that's a really good representation because it's crucial to the story.
Mhm.
But if you're watching like a movie about, I don't fucking know, like politics or aliens, and there's just relentless sex scenes that don't add up to anything, and it's like, what the fuck?
Politics and aliens with 50
I
minute
don't
sex
know.
scenes.
I'm just saying. I think it depends on the context and why you did it.
Next
And
rec.
obviously, because those sex scenes in Dogtooth were there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
They weren't there just for lollygagging and shits and giggles and oh, look at his penis, right?
God.
Like, come on. It was there for a reason. It wasn't there to fuck around. So, yeah, I think context and plot matters with it.
I will. This
Despite-
Stonehead will be a fucking
Fuck my
reoccurring thing that I say.
I want to press Blake a little bit here. Why does nudity or sex in a movie have to be relevant to the plot for it to be included?
Well, I would say, I guess I should go in plot with what I said earlier. I think it's important. I guess in some places you don't really need a reason for them to be a sex scene, but I think it would make more sense if there was a reason. Not that you can't just throw them out, but I know that there are movies where they're not based on sex, so they just throw them out willy nilly for maybe shock value or just for views or something. I want it to be used the right way. You know what I mean? I want it to mean something when I see a sex scene. Not that they can't be fun, right? I'm not saying that they can't be fun. I just want them to mean something, right? And that's just a thing for me. Not that they can't, but if they're used in the right context and they don't mean anything, then I can get around that. But I like it when it means something, whether it's disturbing or if it's good. Does that kind of make sense?
You don't have an objection to just sex and nudity just for the hell of it in a film?
No, I don't have an objection to it. I just like to have a good reason.
It's a preference, but it's not, it's fine either way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not like ew, ew.
Yeah, because I had a gotcha ready if you were gonna go full hog into that. I was about to be like,
Ew.
I had a counter argument. I was like locked and loaded. So all right.
Why do I kind of want to
Put the
hear
gun
this
down,
counter
Vince.
argument?
Put it down.
All right, yeah, I can say
Yeah,
it, but it's not relevant now.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So I want to hear it.
I was gonna say, if you have an issue with sex and nudity just for the hell of it, do you have an issue with the Saw franchise? Because the Saw franchise exists just for violence, for the fuck of it, just for the fun, for whatever,
What's
just to
the
watch
Saw?
a bunch of
Is
gory
that like
deaths.
a-
Saw, like
Oh,
where-
Saw. Sorry, I thought
Yes.
you said Saw.
Yeah, so like that's literally just a series where they rank like the best deaths and the most gory deaths. It's just violence for fun. So I was gonna say, okay, so do you have an issue with that? The violence just for fun. And then, if you said no, I'd be like, okay, what makes nudity more extreme than violence, et cetera,
Gotcha.
and then go down that. Yeah, that was going to be the angle that I hit at. And then I was going to make the point that I think violence is actually less significant than sex, as I have before. But no, Blake is based and he has aura, so I don't have to make that argument.
Dodged a bullet there.
Now here's the real question: who the fuck is next?
I'm finished. I just
I'm
finished.
also down.
But I think it's just
so
Tommy.
It's just me. Okay. All right, I've got a half star from
Tommy.
Mariam. He
Yep.
can't hear me, can you?
No. Fuck this. You know what? Fuck you, Discord. Fuck Discord CEOs. Fuck all of you. You suck. You can't make a fucking proper functioning app. Holy shit, dude. I have a
I'm so-
$2,000 computer and I can't
Tell
fucking
him
stay connected
to.
to
God
Discord.
damn it! Just tell him to join back. Blake's like, but should I leave and come back? Fuck.
There's Tommy.
Okay. Half star by Mariam GN. Don't watch this movie. Idea was interesting, but you hated the execution. It was boring, slow, and nasty. with weird fucking parents that you never really learned why. Thought it was supposed to be scary, but I never felt scared. Just annoyed, disgusted, weirded out, and confused. Why did you put? What was your impression of thinking that it's supposed to be scary? Like,
Dude, that reminds me when I went to the theater. Must have been it was January of like last year, and I went to see Nosferatu, and there was like these two teenagers in the back of the theater, and I thought they just thought they were gonna see like a generic horror movie, and then like Lily Rose Depp starts like moaning and like getting like fucked by an invisible ghost, and the girl behind me is like, "Ew!" Like the
oh
craziest
my
accent.
God.
They had no idea what they were getting
God.
into.
I
They
will say
thought-
that, dude. Watching Bill Skarsgård Vampire Dick did get a fucking reaction out of it.
Out of someone
Like,
that's
it would've-
never seen this, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Well, they thought it was just gonna be a horror movie, and they fucking
that's-
just see crazy, invisible, demonic vampire
Invisible
cock and sex.
That's an unlocked new kink. It's like,
Tommy's gonna be like, "Okay, my next rec is Nosferatu."
yes.
God.
I was really interested in it. I never seen it.
Fun fact: that's the first film I ever logged on Letterboxd.
Really?
Yep.
Also, I just think that one of the takeaways being, wow, the parents are weird and we never learn why. Why does there have to be a why? There's a question that we could.
Everything has to be explained. Like the dad has to come and stare at the camera at the end of the film and say, "This is actually my motivation. I wanted to do this and this." When it was very clear, if you have any fucking media literacy, that like during the scene where they're explaining about molding the dogs, that's like exactly what the father's trying to do. Like,
I
just
actually,
think
a
it's
part of me
simple
thought that there was two hand holding there, but
Agree.
really hammering the dog point.
Agree. That's the thing that knocks a half star off for me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, but I was like, eh.
I just think it adds to the atmosphere, like I
Yeah.
said before. So it's a problem, but it's insignificant enough
that's
where I
what
didn't feel it
think.
necessary
I'm
to
in the same
mention.
boat. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Like
I felt like especially them barking. I was like, yeah, I get it.
I like when ladies bark.
Okay.
Thanks, Dutch.
Right, Dutch. Thank you.
Dutch
You're welcome.
and everyone.
Hey, I recommended this movie. Okay, I got something in my brain.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of recommendations, are we ready for me?
I'm ready.
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I was inspired to recommend this movie as kind of what Dutch said, right? Kind of a warm-up movie to what's coming ahead. So, little fact about me, it's not so little. It's very obvious. I love westerns. Okay. Jesus Christ!
Ugh.
Change your pants. Fuck.
No.
So,
Let it.
I am gonna start you guys off with a Sergio. Oh my God, I butchered his name.
I already know the director.
A Sergio Leone. A Sergio Leone
Yes.
movie, and the score by Ennio Morricone. We're gonna start with For a Few Dollars More.
Oh yeah.
All
This
right.
is on my watch list. I've been wanting
For
to
a
watch
Few
it for a minute.
Dollars More by Sergio Leone, and I've
Yes,
definitely
sir.
butchered that name.
Sergio Leone,
Sergio
Very-
Leone.
very
fuck.
famous spaghetti western director.
Oh yeah.
What?
And Dutch, listen.
What'd you say? Wait.
He's a very famous spaghetti western director, like
Spaghetti?
legendary. Yeah, he's like one of the masters. A spaghetti western is a western that's shot in Europe, Italy mostly, but Europe in general.
No.
Yep.
It's just a
I
funny
will-
name for it.
I need to specify this. Dutch, I know you're not too much into music when it comes to films, but these are the ones you need to listen, all right? Ennio Morricone is one of the best composers on this planet. Hans Zimmer jerks off to this guy. I swear to God. You just pay close attention when you listen to it, and when we get there, all right?
Okay.
That's our movie. That's our
Oh, right.
Starring Clint Eastwood, by the way.
that's me.
That's the icon.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Another episode down in the done.
Our first
dirty.
Western. I've been waiting.
This was the late. Is this the latest we've recorded? 11:20.
Oh yeah.
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 I couldn't remember if we had a later one, but
It felt like a long episode too.
an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah.
Peyton's right beside me. She's waiting for me to go to bed. She's listening to me yap for an hour.
Yeah. It was a good episode.
Yeah, no,
I'm
a
happy
lot of
that
good
Blake recommended his
conversation.
first Western. Yeah.
I have a Dutch question here. I was like looking for just films to watch, and I was thinking, why not? I was gonna try to throw on Project Hail Mary. I didn't end up watching it, but I looked at the letterbox. It has like a 4.2, 4.3. It's like a really high score. I was like, I looked
What's
at
your
yours.
question?
Yours was a 3-star. I was just like, why do you think fucking
Uh,
Project Hail Mary is?
It's very feel good, and general audiences loved it and bombarded it with high ratings. I think it's perfectly okay, but I think it's kind of like empty, like fun entertainment. Like
Yeah, it's a
you won't be-
4.3. It's a 4.3.
it's definitely not. I think that's gonna go down over time. But yeah, I think it's general audience syndrome and recency bias. I would absolutely not give it that high. Like if you're in for a film that's fun, sweet, kind of cute film, go for it. But you're not getting. It's not going to be Autumn Sonata. You know,
Yeah.
it's not anything that special.
I
So-
was just like, I saw the letterbox at a 4.3, and I saw your 3 stars, and I was like, what's the discrepancy here?
Yeah, the discrepancy is it's a general audience pleaser.
All right, well. Oh,
Good one, boys.
That was a great. I really liked that episode. I was
Alright,
pretty
me too.
engaged for it being super late.
Hell yeah! I'm glad that the rec worked for you guys. I was
Mhm.
worried.
Week number 2 of saying Michael 2026 was garbage, even though I gave it a fucking.
A pretty decent rating.
Yeah.
A 6 out of 10 is still a good
Yeah, I
rating.
know.
for this.
I really liked it, but it just it probably would have been in the 7 or 8 range if it did. Fuck.
By the way, Blake, if you gotta go, you can go. While
Oh,
we
no,
linger.
I'm cool. She's like dead
Okay.
asleep.
Oh, I thought she was like sitting there.
I thought she was like staring at you, just like,
Yeah,
let's
Alright,
wrap this bitch
hey.
up.
like
No,
tapping
she's
her
sleeping.
watch, like giving you big eyes, like.
Oh.
She's got the collar and the leash out. Fucking ready.
Oh, okay, get the fuck out of here then. What are you doing
I'm
here?
You got
alright,
better things
I'm
to deal
alright.
with out there, sport.
No, that's-
Yeah,
All right.
that's a great episode.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come and look and subscribe. And I hope you have an amazing start to your work week.
Bye. Hey, bye, bye, bye.
Boo.